you have those great dunks.
Yeah.
You have a lot of dunks.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
You never see me like doing a hook shot. I just dunk the ball.
What does an NBA team need to bring to the table to sign Vincent Poirier? A lot of money.
Well, first of all,
You have yourself, Matthias, Gershon, Big, Rudy.
so there's a big motherfucker in that team.
I mean, FIBA rules, this is the best paint in the world. You Team USA, Canada, whatever, no one's beating France in the paint.
Hey, you're 0-2 in Madrid. You have to win the game in stock. What does it look like?
Well, everybody is receiving death threat.
Really?
Yeah, you don't speak Serbian, but you know that this guy is not here to cheer for you.
You think that this fight made you win the series? All right, Vincent. So we're going to start with just rapid questions. You have two options, just one word, one choice.
All right,
NBA or EuroLeague?
EuroLeague,
Baskonia or Boston?
Boston,
Getting a tech or flagrant foul?
getting a tech,
Tattoos or no tattoos?
tattoos.
After win party or go back home?
If we win, party. If we lose, back home.
I like that. Alley-oop from Sergio Rodriguez or to Martel?
Chacho,
Istanbul or Paris?
Paris,
OM or PSG?
PSG,
Play until you can't move or retire while you're still at the top?
play until I can't move.
All right. Okay, little icebreaker
Fire.
here. So let's go straight into it. Vincent, what's the one thing we need to know about you to understand the person we have in front of us today?
Wow, we start deep. I don't know. What can I say? Kind of guy, cool, chill.
It's funny because it's two words that you use that, when people see you out of nowhere, they think like you're the scariest guy, not cool, but, we talk to you and you're really super chill guy,
Honestly, we
right?
just picked you up. So just for some context, we just picked him up at the hotel, and I didn't thought at all that you were so chill.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Why? Because my IG?
I don't know.
That's why,
Because
no.
so on the floor you don't look like this chill. Let's say.
Yeah, because we have referees, so it makes me nervous every time.
So they're not your best friends, the refs?
No, they are my best friend, but on the court, sometimes, emotion, they just go over everything and going crazy.
I mean, emotion is a big part of the game, right? You use it to fuel, you have those great dunks. Is that part
Yeah.
of it?
You have a lot of dunks.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
You never see me doing a hook shot. I just dunk the ball.
I want to talk a bit about the national team. You haven't been selected for the last two tournaments, right?
Well, I've been injured the last one, but yeah,
True.
the
True.
one before I wasn't selected.
Did you think that you deserved your spot in this team?
2 years ago, no, because I had a bad season. I had some problem with my body, so I wasn't surprised to not be selected. And Matthias deserved the spot way more better than me. And last year I was part of the competition for the 12. Fortunately, I get injured, but
Is this like a big regret you have?
no, I have no regret. It happened. What happened?
Yeah.
I broke my ankle, so
Yeah.
at the end I cannot do anything about it. That's part of the game. But I have no regrets. It is what it is. I live with it.
So you still enjoyed seeing them like this, right? Seeing them going to the finals, I guess.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
But it's like a sweet bit of emotion, no? Because you think that you could have been there, but you still.
I mean, I remember I was in holidays, so I was part of. I was doing after the game, I was commentating the team and everything. So on TV, so I was watching all the games, and I remember I was in holidays in Turkey in Antalya for the final. So I asked them to put the big screen for watching the
Nice.
final. So it was I was in the bench, I was on the bench cheering and celebrating. So I was with them, I feel the loss, I feel the disappointment because I've lost some final against Team USA, but in Bercy in front of the
Crazy, man.
French crowd, that must have been even worse.
Crazy.
Who's your closest friend on the team, on the national team?
Well, I would say Yabuzade, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The dancing
Mabuzade.
bear.
Well, I spent 3 years with him in Madrid, so obviously, like we get close.
Did you play together in Boston? Or
No,
it wasn't?
he leave Boston when I signed.
Okay.
Okay.
Did he
Yeah.
give you the good tips, to have a good time there?
No, because at the time we didn't know each other.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, we didn't talk or whatever. So I remember I crossed him at the hotel in Paris,
Mm-hmm.
but we didn't really exchange because we were not like close like that. So yeah, no, we didn't.
But when you see then your boy, being in NBA, coming back in Madrid and then going back, does that give you like some hope also for yourself?
I mean, I have no hope. I'm really happy for him.
Yeah.
Because obviously that was a big challenge and a big risk. But I'm really happy for him. I have no hope for myself.
Okay.
I'm really happy where I am. If it happened, it happened.
Yeah.
But I'm not chasing it. I'm not hoping it. I live the way I live, and I'm really happy with it.
What does an NBA team need to bring to the table to sign Vincent Poirier? A lot of money.
Well, first of all, yeah, he has to be worth it. So,
Yeah, of course.
right now I win my life pretty good. So
Yeah.
it would have to be like a good amount of money. Probably a multi-years contract, and that's it.
Because it's a mess to always go back and forth, right? I mean, all these,
Yeah, I mean, right now is more easy because I'm single, so I can barely, I can go anywhere. I always find a way to fly my daughter and see her. But yeah, I like to stay at one spot. I don't really like to move. That's why like most of my deal every time is like 2 or 3 years because I got time to adapt. I got time to be familiar with the city, with the club and everything. But yeah, I mean, if they give me like 50 million in 1 year, who say no?
Of course.
I mean, it's crazy, we talk about your time in the NBA, you're EuroLeague champion, but people I think don't know that you started in the third division in France, right? Like you really started from the bottom. Like,
Well, I started like really low because I started at 17, 18 in Bussy Saint-Georges, so it was like not even like.
how did you get into basketball?
So I was playing soccer.
Yeah.
I was playing soccer and my friend at school. I moved to college and I was not to high school, lycée, and all my friends playing basketball. So they were like, "Oh, you're tall. You should put up." So the next year, I show up at the practice. I was alright. So what are we doing now? And so they started teaching me the game, how we play, the rules and everything. And
You
I
liked it right away?
Yeah, it was alright. I could dunk. So my
There you go.
By
first
the way,
yeah. So I was playing near my house. We had like a little like dirty court outside. So the first thing I was trying is like dunk the ball. So I have a video on my phone somewhere where you see me dunking.
we want this video for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find it. That's a really low quality video. But yeah, I was actually like doing like one leg to the two hands dunk, and then it was pretty fast because the French Federation saw my height on the license, and it was like, where that guy been for the last 5 years, like
For real?
210 out of nowhere. So they invite me. I was inviting in the INSEP.
Already,
Yes.
just like that.
But wait, they invited you to be in the academy or just
No,
to come?
I was just inviting to so they can see me.
For those who don't know, INSEP is like, let's say, the main, biggest French
Yeah.
academy for prospects,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
National
exactly.
Institute.
Yeah. And I trained with Vincent Poirier.
Yes.
Yeah, at the time, which was the last year.
He's
at
even
the
taller than
INSEP.
you, right?
Yeah, he's taller. Than
Yeah.
me. He's 221.
221, man. This is like Wemby size.
Yeah, something like that. And so I practiced with him, and he told me like whatever I wanted to go for a young team, they will like help me, So after that, I made the test in Paris, Levallois, for like the holidays. It was like
Yes.
15 days. Every day you go
And
there.
you haven't played any organized basketball before that?
No.
That's insane,
That's
man.
crazy,
I think
bro.
that's the
I
only.
was playing my little child hometown
Yeah,
city, you know.
that's
So
crazy.
But do you think this is kind of gifted? Because obviously, okay, you started late and you had to work your ass off, but it's still like you still had the feeling for the ball, right?
yeah, I mean, I've always been like somebody that loves sports. I always like do sport, like whatever at school, and I was pretty good in everything. So, just going into basketball and see that I could do something, it just helped me and motivate me
Yeah.
to do it. After, don't know, I do easy things. I run, I
Yeah.
dunk the ball, I block, I rebound. I've been doing that for like the last 12 years and more.
But you know what I love so much about you? I mean, I discovered you the first time in Paris, right, Levallois, and then you went to Basconia where you killed it. I watched, I think, all of your games.
Yeah, he was a fan, like for real.
But you know, so many people they give up so early on their dreams, right? And you made it like, let's say, late. What's one advice you would give to everybody, you know, that like thinks, oh, should I continue or should I really like push the steps because there will always be a moment where I can make it?
I mean, first of all, it was never a dream of me.
Never.
Being a professional basketball player came really late, and it was not like a dream; it was a goal. So when
That's tough.
I start playing young team, like my first year, I was really bad, you know. So I was playing. The coach tell in an interview, he say I was forcing myself to play him at least 10 minutes a game just so he can move because I couldn't play at all. And my second year was better. My third year, that's where I like started practicing with the pros, and it was just like smooth into everything. So I never really had the time to be like, all right, I need to work more. I need to do that better, because it was really like a progression that was like always going up.
So you never worked twice more to catch up the others?
I mean, I work, but I never felt like, oh yeah, I'm struggling. I need to work more, because I think I was doing what I had to do to, get where I wanted. So
Yeah.
it never. I mean, I didn't feel it like that where I was like, ah, damn, I need to go back to the gym, because if not, I'm not gonna make it to the pros or whatever. It's just like, nah, I need to work, so I'm gonna go twice a day to the gym. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna do my work. I don't need to work for like 3-4 hours. I was doing my work in the morning for an hour and 30, and doing my work at night for like an hour 30, 2 hours with the gym. And I always believe that if you work well, you don't need to work a lot. So I was doing my thing, and I think my size helped me a lot. My size was always like an advantage for me. Like, all right, he ran, he got good hands, he can jump, he can move, he got good feet. So at the end, there is not a lot like me.
True.
Yeah. Like that.
So it was like, we will make a mistake to not bring him to the pro team, and after that's the pro, so you need to be better. But to get to the pro, like for me, it was always like, I gotta make it to the pro, and we'll see what happens from there.
It's interesting because we had Sasha Obradovic on the podcast recently, and it's the opposite. Like he said, yeah, he was working twice in the morning, twice in the evening. He said that now, like the young kids, they lose this interest of practicing hard.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been like a guy that stay like 3 hours in the gym. I don't see the purpose of it, because you get tired, you lose your focus. Like, I think I always did the same. I go to the weight room for an hour, do my things. And then if I work individually, I work an hour. But I do a great hour where at the end I'm like,
Yeah.
I came here for something, I don't feel like working 2 hours was my things. And it can change to a player from another. Some
Sure,
people
yeah.
need it. It works for me. So,
I saw on the podcast that once you shared this that you lost your father very early, right?
yeah, that was a motivation too.
This was motivation.
Yeah, I lost him when I started playing basketball, actually. I think it was my first year, my first or second. It was 2013, so I don't remember if it was my first or second year into the youth team. And my father always been like, so when I was playing soccer, he was always here at the game, raining, snowing. 2 hours away.
He supported you every time.
Yeah, every time he was with me. So when I started playing basketball, he was recording games, he was watching games, he was like everywhere. So when I lost him, yeah, I think it was my second year. Must be like that, first or second year. So it was really early. So I was like, all right. So now that's gonna be my motivation. It's gonna be why my line to do it. And you know, every game since I start, I think about him. So yeah, that have been a motivation for me.
I mean, talking about fatherhood, you know, you
I
had
see
a
you're
daughter.
trying to make me cry. It doesn't
No,
work
no,
for
no,
me.
no, actually, no, we just,
No, it's actually
so
something like big
interesting.
for us, you know.
And you know, we learned that this gave you motivation. You know, like people may learn more about you. That this hunger, this confidence that you have comes from this. You know, but talking about fatherhood, you recently had a daughter. Congrats first.
Thank you,
And
thank
how did that change your life?
Well, now it's like everything is for her. You know, everything I do, everything I'm like, all right, now I have to be a good daddy. It's not like I have to be a great basketball player. It's like I have to be a great daddy, and then I have to be a great basketball player.
Which one is harder?
I mean, be a great daddy. Because basketball, you can handle it. You do your thing. Basketball is like 2 hour a day, 3 hour a day, something like that. A good daddy is every day. So you go home, and that has been too some kind of way. Like after games, I used to be like mad, watching the game, trying to get. Now, when I was going home and she was here, it was like, all right, we lost the game. That's fucked up. I don't like it. But my daughter can see me like that mad every time I lose a game. I wasn't losing a lot in Madrid, so that was a kind of an advantage. But yeah, it's just like, you know, that's my little me. And, you know, when she comes to the game and everything, I always like, all right, nah, she needs to be proud. Like, I can disappoint her.
So for you, it's more of a strength than a distraction?
Yeah, more of strength, yeah. Especially right now. I don't have her a lot in Istanbul because she's living in Madrid with her mom. So she's flying like every month and a half. So every time I have her, it's like a boost, you know. It's like,
So nice.
I have her for like 2-3 games. So I have to, you know, you give me energy. So.
I mean, you know, you say you're more chill after the games, but you still get the texts, you know, the technicals on the court.
Yeah, on the court is different. She gotta see daddy mad, for sure.
Were you like this also when you started basketball at 18, like, you know, this strong character, or did that come with age?
Yeah, so I always dislike the injustice. So
You think you have a lot?
I mean, not towards me. It's like basketball. It's sport. Like referees, you know. I think it's a foul. You don't think it's a foul. We're gonna fight because
We got to do a podcast with the referee and see what he thinks.
yeah, no, for
See,
sure.
man.
And you know, but at the end, like we have a great relationship because after games, I can see them like 3 games later. We're gonna check hands. We're gonna say hi. They know me now. I think they know me. They understand. Like on the court, I'm different. I'm just into the game. If it's a foul, I'm gonna let you know that you need to call it. And you know, sometimes I'm a little bit spicy, of course.
But it seems like it's more towards the referees than you don't have any beef with any players, right?
No, I don't have any beef. I mean,
I don't think
into
I've
the
seen you
game,
fight,
if I see you like doing something like bad, we're gonna get into it. I'm
Sorry.
not letting you like think like, it's okay. You know, it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
You ever had a fight?
A fight. Well,
There was this big brawl in Madrid, right, against Partizan.
Ooh,
You
yes.
were involved
no, I was ejected.
right away before?
Yeah, I had 5 foul.
Oh damn!
Oh,
So
Thanks God you were ejected, maybe.
man.
the thing is, like, I've been in a fight in Paris.
When?
Levallois.
Yes.
It was against Gravelin. So I knew the rules was like every player that entered the room get disqualified. And I remember that we finished the game like a week later with like 3 players and maybe 2 for Gravelin or something like that. So when the fight happened, I know it was an important game. So I was like, I don't really know the rules if I'm disqualified, if I whatever, because of the foul. So I stay out of the court to not get the disqualification.
It's smart to think like this in such a heated moment, though. I don't think a lot of players
Yeah,
can do that.
sometimes I'm cold.
There you go. I like that.
But I was like, we never know if I'm still on the paper, on the sheet, whatever. And Gershon was handling everything pretty well, so I didn't have to move into the fight. But yeah, I was like, we never know. That's an
Yeah.
important game, playoff game.
But man, in all
Maybe it
fairness,
counts.
You think that this fight made you win the series?
I mean,
for sure.
I don't think the fight, but the things that happen around it, like bring us together, and we were like, all right, now it's time to show, you know, because we be beating in the first game,
0-2, right? And then winning 2 games.
and then we won
there.
2 games there.
in
It's
Stark.
insane.
Yeah,
Full Stark.
yeah,
They want to kill you, no?
full, like.
Tell me, guide us through. Like, okay, you're 0-2 in Madrid. You have to win the game in Stark. What does it look like?
Where everybody is receiving death threat.
Really?
Yeah. So
We're learning this in
we
Belgrade.
made
This is
the
special
team
here.
made like a special travel. So we fly to a private airport. We had a bus waiting for us, and we go straight to the airport. Every road are closed, like just for us. We are like 2 security guards in the floor. Everybody in the same floor, and 2 security guards in front. We travel with our security guard from the team. Like first time, it was security guard from the team traveling with us. And like we go into the gym, and like when you go out to warm up, it's like,
Wanna kill you.
alright, you don't speak Serbian, but you know that this guy is not here to cheer for you. You know, like they be like, yeah, fuck you, we're gonna kill you. But at the end, you know, it was hostile, like, okay, but the atmosphere into that was crazy.
Yeah.
Because on the court, like, nothing gonna happen to you. Like,
Because what? There's the nets and everything, or
No. There is no extra security. But I
Okay.
remember the coach say, yeah, we're gonna play basketball, like, keep it quiet.
Zelko,
like,
right?
You can
Yeah.
insult them, you can do whatever, but don't enter the court, don't do, like, extra shit, you know.
You had fun being part of all
Yeah,
this?
I think it was fun.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I was rooting for Partizan, and when I saw Sergio,
come on, man.
I gotta be honest, you know, but when I saw Yul making that foul, like he's a genius, man, because he knew he had nothing to lose.
Yeah, we were done, like, 20 or something. I don't remember, but we done.
Like-
Okay, but I
bad.
still don't think that he made this foul to win the series.
I think it was, if I remember good, I think like Punter was like dribbling.
Yeah,
against,
yeah, he
like,
was
doing
cocky.
so,
He was cocky for
and
sure.
like we were home, and Sergio doesn't fuck with that, so he let him know,
But
like,
yeah.
alright,
Gotta
you
give
win,
you-
but don't show up too much.
Hats off to you guys, man. It was crazy series.
And then you have us because Matias was out, Kevin Punter was
Mm-hmm.
out. We had like three guys out too.
Who was out?
Gabi was out, I was out, and Yabu was out for the rest of the competition.
Oh yeah, Yabu hurts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
So you
hurt.
played more.
No, I was hurt.
Oh yeah.
I had like calf
Yeah.
calf thing, and Gabi too was injured. So we played with Eddie and Ellie John inside.
Was that the craziest experience you've been a part in?
I mean, no, that's gonna be like in my mind forever. But the good thing is like, so now we give more minutes to players, like rotation are shorter, so everybody's in rhythm. It changed the dynamic of the game. I think we play zone, we do some things that we never do, and everybody step up. At the end, we're like 2-2, and now we're going back to Madrid, and we're like, I think Kevin was back, Matias was back, maybe.
Yeah. I think
Matias was back?
Suspended, I think, just one game
Okay.
or two. Maybe back for the last game.
Yeah, maybe they were back, and at the end we won home, and I'm like, all right, now we do the Final Four. We still haven't like 3 players. We still are out. Me, Gershon, and Gabi, we still out, but we're like, all right, we never know. But out of the 3 final that I make, I wouldn't bet on this one
Crazy, man.
because the
Crazy.
first one is like Efes.
Yeah.
If we score like 2 threes more, we win. The last one was Pana. We should have win because we're tripping in the second half. So I should have 3.
Getting back a bit on your career, personally, when was the moment you realized you could play in the NBA, like level wise?
Well, my first year in Basconia, at the end, I touched it a little bit because I knew like Scout was around. So I was watched. And after my second year in Basconia, I was like, I'm not gonna make it.
And at this moment, it became really a goal for you.
Uh, I never played with the goal of like, I'm gonna sign in NBA. I was always playing at my best, and whatever happened. So you're not getting disappointed. You're not like. So I knew like NBA team was watching, but I wasn't playing for them. I was playing for me and my career. Because at the end of the Basconia, my second year, I've offered from a EuroLeague team and
Who?
Moscow.
Ooh, yeah.
And I have more money in Moscow than
In Boston?
in Boston. But I was like, let me try the NBA. That's an experience. Like I came from nothing. Like 5 years ago, I was not playing. So let's give it a chance. Whatever happened. I come back to Europe. I will still have the name that I have and still able to do what I did. So yeah, let's make it.
So for you, playing in front of scouts was never a big deal.
No, I knew they were here.
But-
I recognized them. So I was
Cold.
nice. I was
Cold.
No, and my situation in Basconia, my second year was really like, I had a lot of pass. I was doing a lot of things, rebounding. So I didn't,
Second team all EuroLeague, by the way.
Crazy, yeah.
and I didn't want, I'd be stealing the first one. By the
Who
way,
was instead of you in the first one?
Brandon Davis. He was in
He remembers
Zagreus,
exactly.
but they didn't make the playoff.
Brandon Davis.
Which team he played?
Zagreus.
Well,
Yeah, but
I'm not saying
he
that
was hot. He was
I'm-
hot. He was
I'm
hot.
not saying that he don't deserve it.
No.
My team made the playoff.
and I'm saying you play against him tomorrow, so we'll see.
But Boston wanted you already for the playoffs, right? At this time.
Yeah, they wanted me during the year.
But you didn't want to?
I didn't want to. Because
Why?
I think we had a great team in Basconia. I'm not like, I don't want to leave middle of the season. It was a big adaptation moving
Yeah.
to America. I didn't want that. I was like, let me finish. If they want me at the end of the year. I'll be here. So I was like, I don't think it's the good move to make.
Nice, man.
I like to be set up, going to a new season and having all my things. It
Even
would be
though
like-
you didn't thought they had like chances to win the league.
No, the Boston.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't about like chance of winning or whatever.
You
It
just
was
didn't care
the,
about
the
this.
step.
I like this.
I wasn't focused on like winning a NBA. I was like, all right, my career needs to be like that way. I don't want to leave something that I'm doing it. I'm doing fine now. I'm good with it. I didn't want to leave, so I say my agent like we wait for the summer.
What was for you the number one adaptation when you went to the league? Like the thing that was the most difficult for you?
So in the league, before the game you came first bus. There's early bus, first bus, second bus. So I was always on the early bus because I was working out before everybody because I wasn't playing. So getting to the first practice, that is 2 hours before the game, then you wait until like 4 hours later, and maybe you get a chance to play at the garbage time or whatever. It's such a long time to be like cold. So I remember like garbage time where like, oh damn, my legs, I've been sitting out for like 3 hours and a half. So that was like the main part, like being ready all the time and without a routine that really like fit me. And you got food, so I didn't know how to handle all that. Should I eat before the game? Should I not eat? But I'd be starving because I practice. Like, I wasn't finding that the reason where I feel comfortable and I feel good in my body to, be ready all the time. That was the most hard feeling to get. It was really there.
And do you have any regrets about your time in the NBA?
I have regrets. Not really. I think I did what I had to do. I worked pretty well. I was at the gym every day, no days off. I was trying to do my best, So it is what it is.
Yeah.
He went, and
But what I don't get, it's that like, they try to make you come for the playoffs. So they take you serious as a player to help them playing the playoffs. and then they don't, let's say, consider you the way they should. So, like, do you have an answer to this? Why they made you come in this case?
Well, I know the preseason, I wasn't really good. I think I broke my finger too.
Yeah, a lot of injuries.
Just broke the finger, it's take a month. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
fuck for a month. Just the team getting like good rhythm, and then where we gonna play, like where you gonna put Vince into the team, you know. But yeah, I think the preseason wasn't really good. I was trying to adapt, you know. There's a lot of information. My level in English was not like crazy, so sometimes I was a little bit lost. I was
Yeah.
like, all right, there's a lot of things that we don't have in Europe, certain systems, certain way to. So I was like, all right, I need to catch everything, make sure I understand everything. So, you know, compared to the other players, I was a little bit late. And I think that I never really catch it. And at the end, you know, you don't play, they win, and it is what it is.
We talked together just before about traveling in the NBA. What was the craziest anecdote for you being an NBA player?
Craziest that I can say.
That I can say.
That I can say. I remember in a plane.
It's always the plane.
You know, my
always
first,
the
and I gotta go on. First flight in Philly. So next to me is Ben Simons. So he put his milkshake between the two seats, you know, on the little thing for the home. And, you know, first in the team, first travel, you know, you try to, I'm cool. I sit and I just put the milkshake all over his seat. I was like, oh my God, I didn't do that.
Do you like, you talked about Ben Simmons, is it like, I think you guys had the same age, right? More or less?
I think it's 95, no, something like that.
Is it like for you a big thing when you come to a team and there's like these superstars? Are you like, okay, I have to respect these guys? Or for you, wasn't this like a big thing?
No, because they were not like, I'm a superstar, whatever. You know, they were cool. Like, Dwight Howard, they were cool guys. Not like, even Joel was cool, you know.
You spoke French?
Yeah, we speak French, yeah. It was cool. Like, there's no superstar like you're like, he's an ass, you know, like, don't fuck with anybody, think he's guy, whatever. Like, all the superstars I've been with, like, they were cool. So,
Nice.
yeah, I wasn't going to the gym or, like, quiet or, you know, I crack joke, whatever.
Guys, just a quick one here. If we are able to record these amazing episodes for you, it's because of the hospitality of the Metropole Palace in Belgrade. They welcomed us with open arms and we have been able to shoot these episodes in the absolute best conditions ever. I recommend this hotel for all of you that are going to go to Belgrade one day, hopefully. Please stay with us. Enjoy the rest of the show.
So yeah, you've played like in so many leagues. You know, you started, let's say, almost from the lowest level to the NBA to EuroLeague. It came out, I'm sure, with like financial freedom, right? More.
Well, the good thing about me is, like, I never been, like, from the low to the highest in one time. So I always gain money in the regular way. So when I started Paris, I wasn't making a lot. Then Baskonia was a little step over. Then NBA was like the biggest step over. But
Okay, but wait, Paris to Baskonia was not a big step? Still, no?
So my last year in Paris, I was making 5K. And my first year in Baskonia, I was making 18. So it was like,
That's solid.
yeah, I was making, yeah, that was this. 100K maybe, I don't remember.
I mean, they got a good pick, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, my first year I was making 250 a year.
Okay.
And then I made 450 a year. Then when I moved to Boston, I was making 1.5 and 1.7.
Okay.
So it's a big difference, but I always been aware of the money. You know, I always been like, all right, I need to secure my next. So, you know, I always been like pretty good at it. We can call my financial advisor. He's pretty agree with me.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, and after that, right now I got my biggest contract in Efes. I'm still like, I got money on my bank account. Can we put it somewhere? Because I don't I don't want it to stay on my bank account like that, just getting cold. So
Sure.
yeah, I've been like well raised. I know the worth of money, and I know it's important to not spend it all.
Just to finish on the NBA, Vincent, what was your relationship with Doc Rivers?
Coach player.
That's it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wasn't playing, so that's not like we had a great relationship. It was a coach player. I mean, I always had the same relationship with coaches, where you're the coach, I'm the player. Except maybe Freddie for two, that we'd be close, we'd be like talking. It was a little bit more because he was assistant coach before being coach, so that's different. But except that in professional world, like I always been like, you're the coach, I'm the player. We cool, but it's never going to be like more. I don't know. I've never been like, I'm going to talk to the coach every day. I respect their vision. I do what they want. And
Yeah.
that's it.
But after, you came back to Madrid, as a backup center. And I was talking with Benny, like, I don't think we've ever seen such a dominant backup center. How did you feel, being a backup when I think in every other team you would be a starter?
Well, I always said I wasn't feeling a backup. You need a player that start the game, and you need a player that finish the game. I always believe that it's more important to finish the game. And I wasn't considering myself at the backup. Maybe the first year when I arrived, because Eddie was really dominant, and wasn't like making my things by the time. But after like the third year, it was not like you the main guy, I'm the second guy. It was just like, we together in that, and we bring something different. And every time we're on the court, we need to compete at the best level. So yeah, it never been like a competition between me and Eddie. Every time I was on the court, I was trying to be better than him, and I think when he was on the court, he was trying to be better than me. So it was like a good, healthy competition where he helps the team at the end. And I think it should be like that in every team, every pair of players. You're not playing against your teammate. You're playing with your teammate, and you need to help them and get better.
Have you ever seen such a dominant duo in the paint?
Never,
Ever in the EuroLeague?
but crazy to
Crazy.
me. This duo was crazy, man.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, you don't think you deserved more playing time? Guys, just a quick one here. If we are able to record these amazing episodes for you, it's because of the hospitality of the Metropole Palace in Belgrade. They welcomed us with open arms, and we have been able to shoot these episodes in the absolute best conditions ever. I recommend this hotel for all of you that are going to go to Belgrade one day, hopefully. Please stay with us. Enjoy the rest of the show.
I mean, you play in Madrid. Every player can average 20 points, can play 35 minutes. But when you play in such a big team, you have to understand that your ego needs to be aside, and it's for the good. At the end, we make 3 finals in a row in EuroLeague. Actually tough.
Dominance.
Actually tough. So it wasn't because like somebody was playing 35 minutes. It was because everybody was bringing something at some point. Either it was like 5, 20, 30. So I think when you understand that as a team and everybody understands his role and the way you need to play, that's when the team are really good. And I think Panathinaikos last year was exactly the same. And they have players that play more, but the players that play less understand their roles, and that's how it works.
You left Madrid for Efes. I don't think there's a lot of players that leave Madrid by their own. Why?
Money? No, I'm kidding. No, well, that was part of it. I'm going to be honest. I didn't want to leave Madrid, but FS came with because I have a couple offers from other teams, but it was the same as Madrid. I wasn't leaving Madrid for the same amount of money, and at the end, I just had the FS offer, and they offered me playing time. They were winning EuroLeague before, so I was like, that can be a good team for me to fit in and to compete. So I had the offer. I tell Madrid, I say, I got the offer from FS.
They were mad.
No, I was like,
Oh, to match.
Are you
trying?
matching or?
No, like I don't think even if they match it, they wouldn't match it.
Yeah.
Because by the time that
So
was
much money.
yeah, for them. So I would be like, all right, if you make an effort, like maybe more years, maybe, I would be done. But I didn't have anything by the time. And I think they have priority with Eddie, Mario, you know. So I was like, all right.
How much did Madrid pay you?
They offered me 1.6.
Efes better, huh?
Yeah. The
I feel
two
better.
at the first sounds better.
That was, and, the fact that I was going to fly by my own wings and,
Yeah.
Rodrigue was my friend. It was okay part of it because I wanted to play with him
He says
again.
Rodrigue was my friend to explain, but man, you had so many friends in Real too.
Yeah, but I play with Rodrigue in Basconia.
Yeah.
We stay in contact, so it was like, all right, that's an opportunity. Shane he's a great player, so I was like, all right,
Yeah.
I could play, and just the experience, I always been traveling, and I was like, maybe it's the end of the era in Madrid. We may like you said, okay, I prefer finish on the top for that part, and okay, make three final in a row. All right, let me leave
Yeah.
because I think it was an end of something too. And I was like, all right, FS can be one. So
But now like you're in FS, and it's a great challenge. And really, we see this team like as the season goes by, it's really clicking. What's so special about this team now?
I mean, that's a pretty new team. We have newcomers, so it's always special to fit in and try to make the good mix. We change coach. We have new gym, new things, how it works, and so we try to. Every team doesn't work in a click. First game of the season, like Panathinaikos last year, they start like bad, and then after that they click, and so I think we're pretty the same. We were just trying to find our way and the way we need to play, and all that things that make a team good. So right now, I think we reach a point where, we know each other. We know how to play. We know our roles. We know what we need to do, and that's all we get better.
I mean, your play that really exceeds, when you have a great point guard. We really saw that in Madrid with Chacho, but now you have an insane point guard with Larkin. What's your relationship with him?
Great relationship.
Yeah.
You guys friends?
Yeah, I go in vacation with him. We do a lot of things. We're next to each other in the locker room.
But he still didn't invite you on his podcast.
They're both Elijah. Maybe
Yeah.
Elijah don't want.
We have him first here. Let's go.
No, it's alright. But yeah, I got so many things to say outside of basketball. So
He wants to keep it on the court.
We keep it.
Yeah,
we keep
yeah.
it professional. But yeah, Shane is a great player. He got some injury this year, so that makes us a little bit like in trouble too, because our best player injury, time for him to come back in competition, the rhythm and things. And right now, everybody healthy, everybody is playing well, so that's where the real FS show up.
Yeah.
Vincent, France basketball, big generation coming up. Do you think your time in the national team is over?
Wow, I'm 31. Oh, 31 years old. I can play a little bit more, no?
Okay, I'm going to repeat my question. Do you think that with this new generation, Wemby, all of these guys, you think that you still have your spot in national team?
Good competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got more experience than any of this guy. I can still jump and run. I'm not dead yet.
31.
My knee hurts.
I mean, you got to be ready for LA 28, for example. Do you have this as an objective?
We will see on 28. I would be what, 34?
Yeah, I mean, still
playing. I will not beg for it. Like if they take me. But I have a good time in national team, so I did my thing.
Foutu's the coach now, right?
Yeah.
He was the coach in the beginning, like you said, for you in Paris. What's the one coach that brought you to the next level?
I mean, there's not one specific coach that I would say at professional level. Before Thomas Drouot, when I was young, that was the young team coach. That's where I learned everything. So That was a big man in my career. But at the professional level, I think everybody put a little bit like of something every year that make me grow, you know.
But you put the work in yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah, but you know, the trust of a coach that puts you on the court is different.
I think
You
it's a
can
lot about
work,
the coach,
you can
especially when
work
you're
as
young.
much as you want.
Yeah.
If the coach doesn't trust you on the court,
Exactly.
that's nothing. Because you're gonna make one mistake, you're gonna go out, then your mental is going down, and all the things you work for, it's not working. You're gonna miss easy layup because you just mentally, all right, if I do one mistake, you play under too much pressure. And if the coach trusts you, it's like, all right, you don't. I believe that if a coach put everything on you, like the trust, you don't even need to work.
I mean, you know, you
I
said,
mean, the way I play, dunking the ball, you don't need to practice every day.
But you say it like it's so easy, man. Bro, you make so much money, you play so good. Like, there's a reason, right? It's not just running and dunking.
I think it's also
Well,
the mental.
You think so?
I always said that if you do like, you don't have to do a lot of things okay. If you do a few things
Great.
perfect, it's enough to get paid and have a
Yeah,
great
so they say
career.
there's a lot.
You barely see me shooting outside of the paint.
Yeah.
All I do in my career was block, dunk, rebound.
But this is something that you
technicals.
just do because the rest you
Technicals,
cannot do? Or... okay, I'm
I
gonna...
mean,
Sorry. Is it something that you don't do because you cannot do, or just because you don't do it because you know that, okay, this is the one thing I get paid for?
because I believe everybody on the court has something to bring. My best fit is not shooting threes or shooting twos. What I can bring the most in the team is putting good screen, running, or that offensive rebound, dunking the ball, be somebody in the paint. So why would I take a 3-point shot knowing that a guy can do it better than me? That's always been my mentality. So we up 20 or we down 20, yeah, I gotta shoot one. All right, you see, I can shoot. But on a tight game, it would really rare.
You're friend with Rudy Gobert, right? He has those so cool highlights, you know, when the clock is running down and he hits those crazy fadeaway jumper. You do those sometimes?
If I have to,
Yeah.
it's really like I got a couple, maybe like no more than 10.
How you feel after those?
But you have a solid mid jumper.
Yeah, I can shoot, but like I said, that's not my main thing. So I prefer to go other screen. I would have an alley oop or a dunk, or I just try to be as much efficient as I can. So if I'm in confidence, I'm gonna take the shot. But other than that, I believe that you start the game, you want to get easy layup, easy bucket. You don't want to shoot a twos first shot of the game. For me, all the guys different, but so I'm always trying to stay in this line. Get you easy bucket, get you easy rebound, get you easy block, get you easy thing that's gonna put you in a mood where now you dominate, and now you can take a shot, do something that you're not used to do. Maybe it works, and that's I get paid for that, so I'm not getting paid to make threes. So they need to raise the salary, and maybe I will start shooting threes.
Yeah, I mean, you had such a unique career. And what's the one thing we can wish for you for the rest of your career?
Health, championship. That's pretty it.
And for the rest of your life?
Health, money, championship. No, I think.
Do you see yourself being a coach one day?
I don't think I can.
Nah.
I can't be a coach. I would be too crazy.
Nothing in basketball anymore after the career?
Maybe. I really don't know yet because I'm still thinking about the after, but not like crazy right now. So I believe that I have like some knowledge in basketball, so I could help teams of player. But I really don't know yet what I could do.
I mean, we see a lot of point guard becoming coaches, but a few centers. We have Splitter right now in Paris.
Yeah.
But there's not that much.
Yeah, I don't think if I can be a coach. I don't see myself as a coach.
That would be crazy, though.
I know a coach watching a lot of basketball. They watch film.
You don't?
I don't watch basketball.
That's so nice.
What about film? Like before the
I mean,
game?
I'm forced to watch film with the team because we play another team, so we have to watch film. But sometimes watch basketball, but I'm not like, all right, there's like 5 games this week. I gotta watch 5 games. No, I like to do something else. So yeah, coach, you have to watch film. I don't know if I can do that.
I have one last question for the national team. So currently you have in the large roster, you have yourself, Matthias, Gershon, Vic, Rudy. How does practice look like?
I played the 3. I showed them.
It's called ISO.
Well, I can't tell you because I wasn't there to
Yeah.
practice. But well, that's a big fight at the rebound. I can tell you that because those
Big elbows,
those
huh?
people are tall. And now we have Alexander Sarr too.
Yeah.
Might come this summer. So there's big motherfucker in that team.
I mean, for me, FIBA rules, this is the best paint in the world. I mean, you Team USA, Canada, whatever, no one's beating France in the paint.
Yeah, to be honest, with
you
Vic
guys.
inside, it's a big thing now. Huh?
Oh, but with you, with Le Sort, like
Yeah,
with the FIBA guys
I
also.
think we have a pretty matching team inside because we have shooters, we have rebounder, we have physical size, we have small size.
You guys is scary inside.
So we should play a zone like Matthias, me, Gershon, Victor,
3 on
and
3.
Rudy.
You know, a lot of people hype Wemby, of course, because he's a unicorn. But you as a center, how would you really describe him, knowing what the center position looks like?
I mean, right now it's different that back in the day, when I started playing basketball, it was more like the big guy needed to be in the paint, he do the hook shot and the post up. Now it's more, all right, you need to be able to shoot, you need to be able to dribble, to attack the paint, you need to be smart. Not that the one before wasn't smart, but, we always have this stereotype, all the big guys will be done, whatever. I'm the smartest on the court. What do you say? No, but I think now every player needs to do something, everything, a little bit of everything. But in Europe, I think it's a little bit different. You still have like those guys that really into the paint, old school guy. There's a few that can really shoot the ball. I think it's different now, but. Yeah, we stick with it. We old school. We do the dirty job.
But I feel like you like doing the dirty job. You like.
I mean, I like it. That's why I'm still playing.
There you go.
Because I can tell you, sometimes I go home and everything hurt. I'm like, all right, tomorrow gonna be painful. But I think you have to enjoy it too.
Yeah.
You have to enjoy that part of the game where your knee hurts, your back hurts, you broke your finger, injury is part of the process and the game. And
But maybe I'm wrong, but you said for your tattoos, for example, like, I don't feel anything. I feel like you like pain, You're like in the pain or the tattoos,
so
like you like this feeling.
pain tolerance.
Yeah.
So I'm playing with like 2 contractures on the knee. I'm still playing because we need the playoff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've started the season with pain and I'm gonna end the season with pain. I'm just like that. I always there's some game that I couldn't walk in the morning because my back was blocked, and so I did everything to be able to be on the court. I was playing with crazy thing. I always been like, all right, you need to enjoy basketball as much as you can, and sometimes games are important. And
But that's how teams win. Like they need players like you.
So yeah, I do even you see me when I'm injured, I walk, but yeah.
Who's your worst opponent ever?
My worst opponent ever, I would say Ante Tomic.
Oof. Yeah. It's got to be a Serbian, like a Balkan guy.
I mean,
Why him?
I'm not really a big fan of defending the post.
And
this guy was attacking the post all the time. And he got great hands. He moved well. He's not like a strong dude, but he moves so well that you have to move back. And every time I was, goddamn, against him. Like, I need to play against him again. He got paused. And that was one of the... And he got the little shot, and you see the passes. And yeah, that was a pain in the ass to play against.
So do you think, like, because of this, that Jokic is the best player in the world because he's so hard to guard at the post?
I mean, Jokic is really hard to guard anyway. Maybe it's a little bit easier in FIBA rules.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a little bit easier. I remember we played against him, but I remember how he went.
If you had to guard him, what would you do? Like, what's your strategy against Jokic?
He can't catch the ball. Fuck.
Nice.
If he catch the ball, I'm done.
I mean, Dwight Howard said that he was basically the last guy in the NBA that could guard him, and that's why they had
I've
this
seen
success.
I've seen it. I mean, I'm. You need to be active all the time and
Yeah.
be at the limit of the foul. You need to be really like aggressive on him because he's not gonna like that. But I think people try to do that. That's not easy to do. So yeah, I think you hope you can guard him. You're gonna try to guard him, and maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. But
I mean, for example, if I see him, Vincent, rolling after a Chacho pick and roll,
I'm not going to help.
nope. As you
I'm
say, I'm not guarding that
I'm
either.
not even going to the pick and roll. I just do that.
Yeah, just fake and go. Man,
Vincent, one last question we always have on our podcast. If one day everything is over, what do you want to be remembered for?
Can we put the highlight of me dunking on people?
We can
I'd
do
be
this.
like,
Let's
"Ah,
go."
This guy was dunking the ball.
yeah.
I mean, a competitor that give everything every time. Cool guy, cool teammate. Coachable. Everything that I am. I mean, can ask around people, and I think they would say a good thing about me. So I keep it like that.
And a cool father.
A cool father for sure. For sure. First thing. I think people like see that too because I be posting my daughter a lot, and I think I have a lot of comments that say that. So I'm very proud of that. Maybe more than my career, but yeah, I think what people say about me fits me well.
Vincent Poirier, guys.
Thank you so much, man.